You. Yeah. You. With the shiny hair. I've got a bone to pick with you. What the hell, man? Who does that? Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What was that interruption in the middle of my song? You can't just do that to a bard. It's rude. Excuse you. The audience was loving it. I even had them singing along at the chorus. Do you know how hard that is to accomplish with your own original song? Most people only react to things they've heard 100 times before. It was going perfectly, and you just had to chime in right at the quiet part, right when it was getting dramatic. Break my flow completely. What kind of animal has that little respect for art? Listen, Buster, the Iron Brothers heard this one personally, okay? And they gave all their express approval. So, if you want to talk about accuracy, you can take it up with. What? So what? Yeah, I said the Chainbreaker was grim of countenance. He is. Have you ever seen the guy? He looks like he's made of sandstone. Yeah, and that's the kind of historical illusion audiences eat up. Everyone's heard of 𝐚𝐿 the Relentless. Remind the audience of something that's familiar. Use it to tell them something new. That's just basic storytelling. I don't see... Oh, of course he was. Come on, all of the legends have him facing down the Ashen Hordes totally stone-faced. Oh, yeah? And how would you know how often 𝐚𝐿 the Relentless smiled? He lived hundreds of years ago. Did you meet him? Were the two of you friends? No, you damn well weren't. And you're not gonna make me believe. You're how old? No. That's not possible. You'd have to be a full blood elf. Oh, shit. That's not, there's no reason to. Actually, I don't have any, I'm not really a drow. Only half, and I don't even, I promise I'm not. I'm just here to... Okay, that wasn't the most called for thing you could have. I'm sorry, Actually, you know what? No. I'm not going to be afraid. You're not going to make me afraid. I am playing music and making people happy. This is what I do. And you know what? It's what I'm damn good at. You don't get to just come in here and upset my entire life, whatever my species is. I'm not doing anything wrong, so you can take your surface elf self-righteousness and just shove it where the sun doesn't shine. You what? You don't. What do you mean? Elves and drow hate each other. Always have. Every half-elf I've ever met. That's not... So why the hell were you making such a big deal out of interrupting my song? If it wasn't because of who I am, I mean. You're joking. You have to be joking. Historical accuracy? one has any idea what these people were really like. They lived so long ago. All of this is because you were being a know-it-all about something no one could have possibly learned. Seriously? Oh, my mom was right. Mortals are bastards. And here I thought she was just talking about my dad. So wait. Just to clarify, you're not going to run me out of town or lock me up on some suspicion of villainy or anything like that? Because frankly, I'd prefer not to have to deal with a daring dramatic escape today. Of course it would be daring and dramatic. Everything I do is one of my many bardly skills. Oh, I'm glad of that then. I don't want any trouble. I just want to keep playing my music, keep traveling my road. Whatever's in my blood can stay underground where it belongs. Well, yeah, I expected you to hate me. That's kind of how it works. Creatures of the depth hate those that live in the light and vice versa. No, I've seen it. Seen it firsthand. That's why I lived with the stone above my head most of my life. Well, a childhood trapped in a cavern, hiding from everything that passed in case it was large enough to turn you into supper, with the only warmth coming from the 2 memories of sunlight you treasured since infancy. I think that would be enough to drive the point home in anyone's mind. Oh, no. Eventually, I just decided I couldn't keep living like that, even if it meant dying. So, I left, sought my fortune in the much wider world. Well, the surface wasn't easy to get used to. I mean, the sun alone almost killed me the first day. I was mostly nocturnal for the first few months, but the sky over my head was so much better than the stone. And now, well, as long as the sky is my roof and the road is my rest, I'm free. Oh, no. It was rough for a while. You wouldn't believe my reactions to some things. One day I woke up to water falling on my head. It was starting to rain. My first thought was that the gods had decided to flood the world and everything underground must already be gone. I think they heard my screams across the green sea. Well, yeah. It got even worse when the rain turned to hail 5 minutes later. Well, I figured things out by now. At least, mostly, anyway. I'm still confused as to where the wind comes from, but at least I know it isn't out to get me. And neither are the people anymore. Getting past my people's reputation was harder than dealing with any surface world phenomenon. Except for maybe lightning. Death bolts that can kill you anytime it storms, burn everything that they can touch, and move too fast to be dodged. The first time I saw one, I almost went right back to the nearest cave. Oh, yes, the people. Most of them weren't bad. Just afraid of the monster from the old stories. I survived. So did they. All's well that ends well, and I don't hold a grudge. It wasn't all bad. The first time I heard the surface world's music, well, that was an experience. Something about the way the notes were woven together. The passion of the singer. the joy in the eyes of the audience, the pulse and rhythm of the lyrics. There was no going back from there. Nope. It took a while to learn the words to the sagas I sing now, since every time I showed my face in town, someone tried to hit me with a frying pan, but I knew what I needed to do. Besides, once I got my lyre, things got easier. Hey, I bought this completely legitimately. The luthier may not have known he was selling it at the time, but he got paid more than a fair price. I'm not sure I like your tone, my good surface elf. Is this more anti-drow sentiment? Perish the thought indeed. I'll have you know, I am an entirely reputable bard. The whole world would vouch for that. Of course they would. Now that I'm a minstrel so everyone can see, the frying pan incidents have decreased significantly. I've done pretty well for myself since, I'd like to believe. I have. My voice may never be as sweet as a songbird, but I think I do the old heroic lays justice with what I have. More than that, I've written enough songs of my own. I've done the true job of a bard, turning heroes into legends. Of course it is. What's a hero without the love of the common people? And where does that love come from, if not the story? The adventurers write their own stories, but I'm the one who writes them down. People a continent away heard the songs of Corlat's Blackblood, and thus heard the tales of courage they might have never known otherwise. You included now for all your pedantry about my lyrical composition. Still on that, huh? All right then, so who, in your educated opinion, O Eternal One, would be acceptable reference material for our hero of stern visage? Never heard of him. Nope, not once, and I've heard all the songs. All right, maybe I know it by another name. Hum a verse or two? Wow, you have a singing voice. I'm sorry. Please, continue, please. That was beautiful. Like, really, really. Wow. I still don't think I've heard this tune, or of this person, though. I'm sorry. I guess not every legend stands the test of time. Oh, you don't look happy about that. Are you all right? I guess that's not really a good question, yeah. I assume he was your friend. Well, maybe he hasn't been forgotten. It's still possible that people remember that song and I just haven't heard them singing it, right? When was the last time you heard his name come up? Oh, that's a long time ago, by mortal standards. A very long time. I suppose even immortality has to have its downsides. Well, your friends aren't forgotten as long as you remember them, right? That's something, at least. No, nothing. Just, how well do you remember that song? Do you think you could teach it to someone? I mean, all of the words and everything. Uh-huh. Good. And I bet you know other songs like that, too. Surface elves have pretty good memories, right? You'd still remember at least some of the sagas from a few hundred years ago. What if you were to, I don't know, teach me a few of them, maybe? I'm a pretty quick learner. I could probably sing at least one or two by the time we got to the next town. What better way to keep your friends' memories alive? Well, of course, I'm fairly brilliant, but even I can't learn entire legends instantly. We'd have to travel together for a while. That is, if you're going the same direction as me. Great. Glad to hear it. I, uh, I mean, I'm glad that you'd be able to keep the stories alive. Well, if you want to. Because, if you think that this would be disrespectful, like if they wouldn't want to have drow singing about them, or if they just wouldn't want to be... You do? Really, truly? Because I think this is a great idea, but you don't have to... Well, of course I think it'll be great. I get a whole repertoire of new songs that no other minstrel knows. Just like that. This could be a career-defining moment for me. Besides, traveling with you won't be so bad. You can remind me every day that not everyone cares more about what you are than who you are. That's a pretty good thing to keep in mind. What do you mean, a condition? Oh, I should have known. Fine, fine. I'll indulge the pedantry. My future audience may not understand, but so be it. If it would keep the one singular being in the world who would make it an issue happy. I could write it on the fly. Let me see. What was your grim friend's name again? Any other titles he might have gone by? Yeah, okay. Tell me what you think. The breaker of chains strode forward. The legions have fallen ahead. Stern was his gaze, unforgiving, as the once legend teller the dread. Strong was his heart, was his hammer, but numberless foes did he face.